Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video, we'll see how we get on. I'm going to attempt to buy something in HashUp. So HashUp is the new, or one of the new Steam on the blockchain, as we sort of call them, sort of projects that have been springing up over the last few years. There's actually a whole bunch of them. And basically what these are sort of certain versions of basically PC game distribution on a blockchain, which basically means you're sort of buying at least the sort of the keys, or you're buying some sort of digital asset that allows you to play the game, and then there's some idea of sort of resell going on there. Obviously, Steam is much deeper than that. That's sort of the core of what it is, though. I guess in the big sort of competition, in that sense, is something like Ultra. So Ultra is sort of a very big project, it's been going on for a number of years, and it has all this sort of other stuff built around it, like sort of streaming and socials, and Steam works because it has all this sort of wish listing and all this sort of virality built in there, even though people just think they're sort of downloading games. So anyway, so HashUp is very early in its life. It's come from a Polish company, and it's live. Yeah, I have been having a mess around with it, and it's pretty clunky in terms of sort of UX, and there's not much in there, which is all to be expected. So it may break. Runs on Polygon. So basically, you have to go and download a PC sort of launcher client. So I've had to download a PC, a Windows-based launcher, and then you sort of create your account, and it basically you can recreate a wallet if you want to. But obviously, in most cases, I wouldn't recommend that at all. So I've created a new wallet, and it has this weird thing where the wallet is using MetaMask, but it's not very well integrated. So sort of the wallet sort of pops up. So it's not sort of linking out to if you have a MetaMask. I'm actually logged into MetaMask on my Chrome browser, but it can't read that. So anyway, it's more safe, I think, when you're messing around with sort of very new software. So I've just created a brand new wallet, and it's on Polygon. So we can see here, a bit of stuff. So this is the UI when you go in to sort of the Game Explorer. So they have this token called Hash, which I can't really see is live anywhere at the moment. Maybe we'll find a bit more about that in the video. There are 169 gamers, so obviously see very, very early. 11 games on the platform. A whole bunch of stuff you can do if you want to sort of publish a game here. But as I say, this is super early. I mean, I would sort of consider this almost alpha sort of software at the moment. So there's a bunch of games, and we can see here they sort of cost certain amounts. I'm not quite sure how this one is. $50, but there we go. So notice that they are all priced in dollars. I mean, that's fairly straightforward, I suppose. You don't want to price things in crypto at the moment. So this is running on Polygon. So in order to do anything on the blockchain here, you're going to have you have to have some Matic. So Matic is the underlying token for Polygon. And obviously you'll need some, well, not obviously, but if we go here, let's go, and this is the cheapest one, so let's go and buy this one. So we can see here, this is going to cost $5. This is sort of this very sort of simple game. Obviously, I imagine, well, obviously these are not Web3 games. These are Web2 games that are being sold through a Web3 platform. Obviously, over time, you'd expect Web3 games to be integrated, but that's going to be a long way to go. So they have this kind of thing called sort of cartridges. So you have to have a sort of a cartridge. So it's looking at my balance here. I've got 5 USDC stable coin, 5.01 USD stable coin, and I need some Matic to do this. So we'll see if this is going to work. How many tokens will I get? I'm getting 100. I mean, I'm not quite sure what these are. Oh yeah, so this is their hash token. So at the moment they have this idea that if you basically you buy the early adopters sort of thing, if you're buying stuff in this platform, you're going to get sort of your money back, or some proportion of your money back in their hash token. Now, obviously, the hash token might be worth something in future. It may not be worth something in future, so I'm definitely not recommending this. I'm just doing this as an experiment, so I like messing around with this sort of stuff. Obviously, up here as well, it says if you've got a promo code, you can get a free game. I don't know how you get a promo code. Probably something on Discord, I imagine. So first thing I have to do anyway is approve. So I need to approve the USDC. So you can see that's basically fired up this MetaMask notification. So I need some Matic. It's going to cost me 1 cent to approve that. That's whenever you first start interacting with the smart contract, you always get that. It has this sort of weird thing where so MetaMask is sort of firing up here, and then this integration is very poor. But I'm sure they know that. They don't need me to tell them that. So that's, I don't know if that's gone through or not, because the MetaMask integration is so poor. It seems I can buy it now. So let's try and do this. Okay, so so basically I'm going to buy this. They're calling them ERC20 cartridges. That's sort of how they seem to be calling the sort of games. So that's going to happen, and did that go through? It seems like it's going through. Yeah. So here I'm going. Okay. Doing something else. I guess that's. We'll see. We'll see what happens if it goes through. I was a bit surprised there because it wasn't. That was another Matic transaction rather than the USDC transaction. So now it's going to add this token. So it's asking, do I want to add this? So this is just adding it to my wallet. So this tot, which is there, some sort of in-game sort of thing. So and it's just sort of clunky because these are just popping up and you sort of have to kill them yourself. It's sort of weird. So let's kill those two. So now it's telling us, okay, game is saved in my wallet. So cool. It says it's done. So let's see. No, I'm not showing up on here yet. Let's go to my library. I guess the game should show up in here. Always with blockchain, stuff takes a bit of time, so you have to not exactly sure how quickly the transaction is going through. Sometimes you have to refresh stuff. And it looks like I may have to wait a little bit. Aha, so we can see something, yeah, it has gone through now. So we can see I've got 100 of this hash in my wallet. I've only got, I've got 1 cent of USDC, and I have the toast it game. Okay, so what they've done here is the token here is the toast here is the tot ERC20 token is specifically for this game. Okay, so we can see here a minute ago I purchased this. This is my wallet, and I purchased the game from here. So now I have a game. You can see the total supply. So this is how many tots. This is how many they can sell. I guess this is what the creator sets. So the cartridge is gold. The creator gets 5%. So if I want to resell my cartridge, which I'm not sure you can do yet actually, but if I want to resell that, this is always the problem actually with these marketplaces. Is there's always sort of slightly weird thing where how do you work out how many a total supply of games? Because obviously in the real world, people certainly for digital copies where you can't resell them, they're always sort of available, and the creator can sort of change the price as soon as you have these. I have this, I finished it, I want to sell it, so I'm going to undercut the developer. So very quickly you can imagine a situation where there's more games in the sort of secondary market than there is in the primary market, and then at that point the developer can never resell a game, or you have to have this sort of like a race to the bottom where everyone's cutting their prices all the time. I'm not quite sure how they work that out. I mean, Ultra has this whole thing about sort of restrictions about how you can do that, which I think is probably what you have to do, but not ideal. But we can see here I've got one. So yeah, so there isn't this sort of situation where I can sell this. Maybe at the moment they're just sort of trying to get people to buy games through this, and you're getting these sort of because you're getting the hash token that may be worth something. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. We'll wait and see. So that's just showing it again. Now I'm not quite sure how I actually download it. No downloads in the queue. I guess I don't need to go here. It's in my library. It's still not in my library, is it? Okay, I'll have to sort of fiddle around probably and find out what's going on. Interestingly, we can see here total gamers has clicked up. So this actually is the number of wallets that have interacted with the system. So remember, it's 169. It's now up to 170 because that 170th one was me. So I can claim a game. At some point I'll be able to claim a free game. 2048, sort of simple game. So that's cool. I can buy games and dig it. $1 equals 20 hash. Okay, so they're saying that's what a hash is worth. So 100 hash was $5 because obviously I paid $5 in USDC and I've got that back again in hash tokens. But the hash, oh yeah, and they have this sort of complicated thing. I'm not going to go into it. Every time I buy a game, they burn some of their hash tokens. So you have this idea of a decreasing supply. So supposedly that doesn't actually mean the price necessarily goes up. It just means the supply goes down. So maybe that means it's going to go up over time. Here we go. We can see here it's deflationary. That's basically what they mean. Listing price is going to be 2 cents to 5 cents. So I'm not quite sure they've not listed it yet. Yeah. So I said we're very early, and I bought a game that I can't download. It's gonna be odd, isn't it? So this is me, and this is the game I've got, and so obviously this would be a fundamental sort of issue for a platform that's about distributing games that I can't seem to download it, and it's not sitting in my library yet. So obviously not. I wonder if it's toast. No, toast, it is toast. Okay, I'll have to work out what's going on there, but as I said, this is sort of a very early very early sort of software, and actually I was surprised it's worked as well as it sort of worked actually at the moment, so I'm certainly not criticizing it. As with all these things, just be very careful, don't spend any money that you want to get back again. I don't recommend you go and buy the whatever it was $50 crypto game, but interesting to play around with this if you're in the market, and you can kind of, I think there's just a lot of stuff going on with this sort of Steam on blockchain type approach, because of course, why wouldn't you? The whole point of blockchains is they can incentivize good behavior and build out ecosystems. And at the moment, I don't think anyone thinks app stores or Steam are necessarily very great for developers. I mean, obviously they provide visibility and they have to use them, but maybe there are sort of better solutions. But maybe we don't replace Steam as a sort of unified structure. Probably not. I don't think it's going to be around for years. But maybe there are these sort of more community-based approaches, which may be smaller, and obviously we have those with PC game distribution as well. But maybe blockchain will allow just those to grow in a different way. That's the hope, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel for more for more similar messing around with new bits of software. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.